The more you accept yourself as you are, the more you accept others just as they are. So on this one, I now understand those people who try to make people around them feel bad about themselves. The reason being is that they want others to feel bad about themselves, since deep inside them they are not comfortable with how they are. So they want to impact that same pressure on others. Yes. So I don't want to be that kind of a person, but a different one. If I value myself, let the person next to me also value themselves.
Yes. And when you get better, you can help others get better. I'll just give this scenario of what you see about yourself is what others see about you. So when you know that you value yourself, others will also start valuing you, and you also value them back.
If you place enough value on yourself, rest assured that others will not raise your price. Your value doesn't decrease based on how someone feels about you. It decreases by how you feel about yourself. That's the thing that struck me.
The point that says, Brian Tracy says, there is a direct relationship between your own level of self-esteem and the health of your personality. What I understand from this point is that the way you value yourself or your self-esteem really shows your personality. Like if you have low self-esteem, maybe you'll be an introvert. But if maybe you have high self-esteem, you'll be an extrovert. And yeah, we should all have self-esteem. So that we should be social with each other. We don't know who can help each other, life is really fun. Yes.
For me, it's this one by Elena Roosevelt. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Yeah, it's more like when someone is busy telling you, you are Dawa Shanshanuko, and then in your head you'll be thinking to yourself, maybe it's true what they're saying about me, something like that. But if you remove it out of your head, yeah, you can prove them wrong. Yeah.
And in line to what Bobo has said, there's this statement here saying that your value does not decrease based on how someone else feels about you. Because I'm saying this because only a fool can choose a horse by its color, so we don't have to judge people based on what they appear to do.
For me, mine is know your value so that you can make the choice not to sell yourself short. If you don't truly know who you are, you try to be a people pleaser. You try to change yourself so that you can be accepted by other people. But if you truly know who you are in yourself, you won't stoop so low as trying to change yourself to please other people, but you do things that will please you, things that will help other people.
As for me, it is silent to affirm that you are the type of person you like to spend the rest of your life with. Yes, the more you know yourself, the more you will know others. And the more you understand what you like, what you dislike, what pains you, the more you try to understand how other people feel.
For me, I also went with the quote by Eleanor Roosevelt saying, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." I chose a specific one because if somebody is trying to pull you down, it's your own mindset which is going to convince you that they have a right to drag you down. So if you don't allow someone to let you think make you think as if they can drag you down, or that you're not worth what you think you are, you're giving them the consent to do so. Thank you so much.
Mine says, get off the clearance rack and put yourself in the glass case where the valuables are kept. I think this point talks about taking out negativity and simply replacing it with positivity and valuing yourself more.
Okay, for me there were many, but I'll go with your value doesn't decrease based on how someone else feels about you. It decreases by how you feel about yourself. You know, many times we live a life of trying to impress. We want to impress our friend, we want to impress our friend, but we really don't know what our friend is like. You know, like the example he gave, you know, he said, he brought up a scenario where he talked about people trying to make other people feel bad, mostly because they feel bad about themselves. So here you are, trying to impress somebody that feels bad about themselves. You're gonna get frustrated. And because you're not achieving that goal, which is to impress the other person, what is going to happen is you're going to think, okay, I'm not worthy. Like, this person is not responding to what I'm trying to do, so I'm not worthy. So the key here is the value you put on yourself is how others are going to perceive you. If you put yourself like, okay, I'm worthy, you know, I'm worthy of this much, and you have that confidence, people, when they look at you, they're gonna say, oh, okay, this person is a confident person, and they are able to do one or two things, and they even give you responsibility based on how you have carried yourself. So I think from this take, I would really want each one of us to put a 10 on our heads. My mentor John Maxwell says, put a 10 on your head. And every time you meet somebody else, put a 10 on their head. What that means is, I put a 10 on myself. I'm able to do this. I'm worthy to live the good life. It doesn't matter where I'm coming from. It doesn't matter what I've been through. My future is ahead of me, so I'm gonna have a great future. Put a 10 on your friend's head. Instead of focusing on the negative that is on my friend, I should look at the good. Because as I value their good, they'll also be able to realize to say, oh, there's some good in me. That's if they didn't know they had any good they possessed. So value yourself, put a 10 on yourself, put a 10 on others as well, and together we win. That's how we